Good morning. Mindy, thank you. Thank you to Ceres. Thank you to the UN Office of Partnerships. This has been genuinely a partnership for the ages. Thanking everybody who's been here from the very beginning, made it possible, and is continuing to take the fight forward. So my greetings to you from Tim Wirth and also from Ted Turner, our founder. This is our 20th anniversary of the UN Foundation. Ted had a vision that the UN would be the place where these kinds of issues could be addressed and solved. And so I know he's proud, too, to see this kind of talent, commitment, and financial strength in this room together today. Mindy, as you pointed out, it's important that we're here at the UN because the UN has actually been at the point of the spear of the effort to make climate change high, top, critical on the global agenda. From our Secretary General to two women who rock the stage every time they're with us, Patricia Espinosa, who runs the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, nicely newly named UN Climate, and Amina Mohammed, who is about to join us, who is the Deputy Secretary General and has responsibility for both climate change and the Sustainable Development Goals. Two paths forward to 2030 and beyond that must work together. And so we know we've come a long way thanks to the Paris Agreement on climate change and the adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals, but we are not moving fast enough, as Mother Nature cruelly tells us almost every year. So this summit comes at a moment of opportunity, but it's also a chance and a moment that we can put our planet on a path to sustainable, prosperous future. We know, as Mindy was saying, high emissions are no longer the unavoidable cost of progress. In fact, the global economy can grow robustly even as emissions remain flat or decline. We have 2016 to show for it, and 2015 and 2014. Unlocking financing for low carbon and climate resilient growth will bring a return on investment many times over in cleaner air, healthier families, greater stability, and economic growth. It's going to take all of us in this room, all of you investors and all of us who are citizens of the world representing the views and hopes of the future, and you representing more than $30 trillion in global assets to turn this promise into progress. As the Secretary General put it at the recent One Planet Summit in Paris, finance could be, should be, and will be the decisive factor, the difference between winning and losing on the war on climate. And the good news is we're not starting from nowhere, and we're going to hear progress on this all day today. Just to note, the B Team, which is a group of global business leaders working to redefine the roles of business in social, economic, and environmental progress, is releasing a report today of the many companies that have set a goal of achieving net zero growth in greenhouse gas emissions in their companies and supply chains by the year 2050. So we know everyone's ready, and we just now need to figure out what it's going to take to get moving forward.